Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls police say a warrant for kidnapping has been issued in the case of a missing baby. Police say an arrest warrant was issued Tuesday for 38-year-old Betty Cross for kidnapping in the first degree. According to police, 7-month-old Chosen Butler was temporarily placed in Cross's care, but she's refusing to return him. Butler was reported missing February 28th. If you have any information on their location, contact police. Republican Senator Mike Rounds was at Capitol Hill for President Donald Trump's Tuesday night address. Rounds spoke in an interview with KELOLAND News about his takeaways. In his address, President Trump mentioned bills he would like to see Congress pass when it comes to tax cuts and balancing the budget. Rounds says they are working on it right now.
Number one, we have a series of tax cuts that would expire if we don't pass a new bill. We want to make those tax cuts permanent so that Americans don't have any tax increase because those tax cuts would go away. Rounds was also asked about President Trump's proposed tariffs. You can find his response under this KELOLAND.com original by Michael Dorn. Crews in western South Dakota are continuing to work on containing a fire southwest of Hot Springs. The Green Acres fire was first reported Saturday afternoon. As of this morning, authorities say the fire is still at 75% contained and remains at 340 acres in size. KELOLAND News spoke with Mike Remington earlier this week, who was across the state when the fire came close to his home. Thankfully, his daughter and grandchild made it out safely. Now let's get a check on our forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are looking at the winds to die down. As we do go through the morning hours and into the afternoon, we'll have lighter wind speeds, but yeah, they're staying in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range with our strong wind gusts this morning. We'll also follow a decrease in cloud cover, so we'll have sunshine, and temperatures will try to warm to the 30s and 40s, near 50 today across western South Dakota. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. This month, KELOLAND News is highlighting women who stand out in their communities. It's part of our Remarkable Women contest. Our first nominee is from Sioux Falls. Doria Eshi is the brains behind all things marketing for the Denny Sanford Premier Center and the Convention Center. Chances are, if you hear something about an event coming up in either building, it's because of her efforts to spread the word. But that's not all. She's also a part of 5 different nonprofit boards.
The bulk of it for me is finding ways to help out others in the community and just kind of boost Sioux Falls, kind of that idea of a rising tide raises all ships. The way I see it is if I have a spare hour or two, I might as well use it to help somebody else.
Even more remarkable about her is she balances all of these things at just 25 years old. We'll introduce you to another Remarkable Women nominee next Tuesday, and KELOLAND News will be announcing this year's winners on April 1st. A local orthodontist is once again sending hundreds of students to the Summit League basketball tournament. Wormerson Orthodontics is providing complimentary tickets to more than 800 fifth graders from a number of schools in the Sioux Falls area. Students at Pettigrew Elementary are among those who will be in the stands for Friday's women's quarterfinal game between St. Thomas and North Dakota.
They're excited about the snacks, the atmosphere, and just being able to do something different and take in this experience that Dr. Wormerson has provided for us.
The students will arrive at the Premier Center at 11:30 Friday morning and will stay for a majority of the game, which tips off at noon. Wormerson Orthodontics has been donating tickets each March since 2022. The 3 puppies that were reportedly found in a dumpster are ready to be adopted. Birdie, Bo, and Brody have been nursed back to health and are vaccinated and fixed. Animal Control still wants the original owner held accountable because they made up the whole story.
The puppies were never abandoned and there were false statements made, and we are working with the city attorney's office to pursue charges.
If you're interested in seeing the puppies in person and are willing to adopt one, contact Almost Home Canine Rescue. We've attached a link to the website under this story on KELOLAND.com. That's a look at some of our top stories. Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
Okay, weather update here as we go through the day. Of course, snow, rain, a little freezing rain, all of the above the last 24 hours as we picked up some pieces of this storm. There's definitely been more action to our east. We ended up with a ribbon of 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Of course, some of it melting and compacting as it's falling, but from Watertown to Huron to about Wessington Springs and then down here northwest of Platte, that was kind of an initial zone that picked up intensity. Sioux Falls area, for the most part here, just like nuisance amounts of snowfall. Some icy mix involved in northwest Iowa initially, but then they've had snow overnight. So as those new snow totals come in, we'll let you know about that. We did end up hitting a 60-mile-an-hour wind in Spencer, Sioux Falls, peak wind gust 54. We've had a lot of 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the last 12 hours. Good news today, we're idling down the wind from north to south here, or at least going in the right directions. But it's still a blustery day. We're not going to lose that wind right away, so just keep an eye on that. Looks like temperatures primarily mid-30s Sioux Falls today, mid to upper 40s in Rapid City. Looks like that next system on the horizon here by tomorrow. And if you're watching us in southwest South Dakota, from Hot Springs over to the east toward Martin Pine Ridge, we're looking at that snowfall in the forecast. And yes, could end up being a few inches of snow. So make sure you check back in later today with that. It looks like Yankton may end up getting some rain again. We had a little over 3/4 of an inch of rain yesterday in Yankton. And I think this system could produce some more precip. It'll probably start as rain, go to snow. Sioux Falls can get grazed by this. Let's keep an eye on it, as most of it's south in Nebraska and Iowa. Once this one leaves, yes, it's still chilly on Friday, but we're looking at spring-like weather early next week. Look at your 7-day forecast. Isn't this nice? Sunday, upper 50s, mid-60s by Monday, and even Tuesday could be a little warmer than that. So again, that's where we're going here on the extended forecast. Aberdeen, too, probably going to miss all the effects on this system tomorrow. There's a slight chance, though, of a few flurries overnight tonight, but I think overall the big theme is warming up here. 50s and 60s by early next week. Here in Rapid City also will get in on that warm up in the extended forecast. Most of the system going into tomorrow would likely be south of here, but if you're watching us again, winter, for example, and Valentine, you certainly have to be watching for the possibility of snowfall. And it's a 50% chance in Rapid City, with highs tomorrow slipping back to the mid-30s. But it's a temporary setback. We're back to the mid and upper 60s by Sunday and Monday. Check out more coverage online at KELOLAND.com.